In this video, I'd like to talk to you about the latest developments in Shadowlands Alpha that surround Torghast, the Tower of the Damned. And we will use one of my most recent Horrific Vision runs as a background. It's gonna be a bit ranty, philosophical, speculation video. Stick around if this is your cup of tea. Hello everyone, Gyro here, welcome back to the channel, thank you very much for joining me today. Today is a change of pace, a healthy, hopefully change of pace video for you, where instead of commenting on a specific run or talking to you about a specific class or spec in the game, I'm going to focus on what's been happening in Shadowlands Alpha. I took a break from those videos for a little bit, again, for a change of pace, can't eat the same food every day, using the metaphors here, but now is the time to go back and have another little pivot in our content and just see what the Blizzard devs and what the community that is lucky enough to be in Shadowlands Alpha, what they've been up to. So I am naturally still most interested in Torghast as one of the key features of Shadowlands. I am keeping an eye on covenants, on some sort of class updates, even though I have not yet been dissecting information on the class changes too deeply, because I am not in Alpha yet, unfortunately. Very much hoping, fingers crossed, that I will get there just like you guys hopefully will. But at the moment I'm not, and it's very hard to talk specifics about classes and class changes that I don't feel, that I cannot really push the buttons on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to go off what other people are saying. I am deliberately trying to refrain from that. Well, first of all, it saves us on the content that could be quality content offered to you once I do get access to Shadowlands Alpha and once I can comment on this in a more educated way. That's the first and most important thing of why I'm not pushing it. So back to what we can discuss. What we can discuss is what is obviously and evidently happening in the Shadowlands Alpha right now, or the official statements that Blizzard issues on Torghast and on related features that we can speculate based on. In case you are a truth seeker, white knight, whatever you want to label yourselves, no hate here. I just want to warn you the fact that I'm going to dismiss any particular advances saying, well, let it finish development and then comment on this. No, I won't do that because that's not fun. We're waiting for Shadowlands, we're bored with the current content, we're making it work wherever possible. I am trying to make it work for you guys, for me, but I am going to speculate, and I encourage educated, unoffensive speculation, because that's what gets us through this lull period of time when nothing else is happening. So on to actually what I'd like to talk to you about. I want to specifically, because there are lots of things to talk about, but I think unless we focus a tiny bit or try to make an effort to focus, we'll be too ranty, even by my standards, and we'll be here all day. Instead of that, I'd like to talk about specifically what they've revealed lately on Torments, so-called Torments. So apparently Torghast, as we all know, watch my other videos, watch other people's videos, like I don't want to repeat really what I already said. Torghast is intended to be this virtually infinite progression dungeon that now also seems to not even be that infinite. It seems like there is a limited number of levels and you can get through it and come out on the other end. At least I got that impression. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm only going off bits and pieces of information that have been revealed on different channels that I follow. I might be wrong. I welcome your feedback and contribution into this discussion. But basically, in this initially I thought infinite progression kind of mini game inside of a game that would be loosely based on Horrific Visions and that would allow us to spend hours and hours perfecting our strategy, having fun with anima powers, with using some crazy stuff in there, playing with different classes, with different specs, and that's what I enjoy doing the most. That's what I've been basing my whole channel and my content that I offer you so far on mostly. So I'm hoping to get the same from Torghast, right? We saw some videos already posted by Belular Gaming, much respect to Michael for doing that for us, so I had some thoughts already expressed on that. That's done. Now they're talking about introducing torments. Torments apparently are effects that are going to basically shoo you away and speed you up a little bit. For the lack of a better word, for the lack of better, more accurate information available to me, because I haven't tested it, I haven't tried it myself. I'm only going off other people's stuff. But basically what torments apparently are doing to people, and that's where the feedback is based on, they are not allowing you to stay in the Tower of the Damned for as long as you like. They are basically giving you a soft timer, or at the very least Blizzard wants to position it as that soft timer, yeah? They're trying to say, oh no, we're not rushing you guys. We don't want to make it into a fast-paced experience. Quoting them here from this Torghast Torments feedback that they posted, and that was kindly summarized and reposted on MMO Champion, the website I very frequently visit. They say, we certainly don't want to make Torghast into a fast-paced, timed game mode. We have instead added torments, which are designed to provide some additional texture for players at high levels and to solve a problem that arises when extremely difficult content meets our often cooldown based class design. First of all, this, even if it's true, it is the convoluted, deliberately obscure Blizzard speak that they often resort to if they want to conceal the actual intent of trying to speed you up, for example, or trying to implement that soft timer that's so masterfully hidden that you won't even know what hit you. But they're still forcing you to do other content, essentially, and get you out of the tower. I'm putting it bluntly here. I am very heavily speculating right now, but I'm a veteran of the game. I'm a fan of Blizzard, original Blizzard, before it got taken over by Activision, but let's not talk as if we're in a courtroom and I have to give disclaimer to every word. But basically, I am a supporter. I'm not a basher. But I want to call out things that stick out to me, like certain dogs' body parts. To me, this looks like convoluted speak that is there to obscure and to distract the reader and to make sure that their actual intent is hidden behind very, very well phrased concealed intent. So they are what concerns me about this post, and you're most welcome to go to mmochampion.com, have a look at the repost there, or go to the original Blizzard forums, Blizzard website, and take a look there. What concerns me is that they continue to express an opinion that they think, they believe that they know better what is fun for me and what is fun for you. They believe that they can make that call. This, I think, is the main attitude in a main kind of flawed design that I will continue pushing against until I see that there is a certain change in terms of how they approach this problem. Because I believe that it is an outdated design. It is an outdated funnel that they're creating that funnels us to do other content rather than content that we prefer, by creating these artificial things such as torments that are going to flush us out of Torghast, such as keys, horrific vision vessels that you need to farm materials for before you can get one, such as insanity drain that does not allow you, sanity drain that does not allow you to stay inside of the horrific vision for as long as you want, that paces you fast, such as other things that basically, at the end of the day, if you just call it for what it is bluntly, right? And you look at how Mythic Plus dungeons are structured, if you look at how horrific visions are structured, if you look at what Torghast slowly becomes from the original announcement and from this kind of picture-perfect intent to what seems to be happening right now, there are more and more elements added that are creating those soft timers that flush you back to do Mythic Plus, that don't give you rewards that you want from Torments, from Torghast, for example, that limit horrific vision rewards to only gear for certain slots, that you see what I'm saying? There are these funnels everywhere, and the more I look at this on the sidelines of whatever else I'm doing, the more this stands out to me, and the more I want to talk to you guys about it, and if some of this in a most constructive, polite form reaches the ears of the developers or people who are closer to Blizzard, then I'd love that feedback to reach them, so that they understand that they should not assume that they need to funnel me into the funnels that they have created. I want to have freedom of obtaining the gear however I want, staying in the tower for as long as I want. What's the big deal? So they're talking in this, you think that I deviated, but I just had to vent it all out because that's my feelings about this topic, and I welcome yours in the comments down below. I welcome a dialogue on this, but basically they are talking about having these torments to prevent the group from having to, for example, go extremely slowly through the level and wait for their cooldowns to recharge before they can bloodlust again on a boss in order to beat Torghast level. Yeah? What is the big deal? What is the big deal if people choose to do that? Who is Ian Hazikostas or other people to decide on behalf of that individual who decided to invest half a day of their time to be on the same level to progress to the next level of Torghast, if they chose to sit out for 10 minutes between bloodlusts? And I'm making it primitive here, but you know what I'm saying, right? Especially if, as they said on many occasions, if they said on in many different interviews, not just Ian, but Paul Cubitt, other people, they several times already said, guys, don't keep your fingers crossed for any substantial eye-level based rewards. So there are no power rewards that impact World of Warcraft, PvP, anything else outside of that bubble of the tower minigame. There is nothing that you're gonna get out of it. Cosmetics? Okay, maybe they don't want you to have cosmetics if you set out between bloodlusts. But really? Really? Is that going to be the measurement that, oh, well, you could bloodlust and I couldn't, that's why you got the next cosmetic skin and I didn't, and that's a big deal? Now? In World of Warcraft that's saturated with other stuff, transmog, mounts, everything imaginable, you think that that defunness is going to somehow affect the game so significantly that you need to create an artificial source of trouble that is gonna flush me out and my group flush me out through Torghast and through the levels just to make sure that, oh, it stays fun? How do you know? How do you know what's fun for me? Why not just leave it in a natural design, let me go fully at my own pace, when I want, however long I want. If I want to sit for half an hour because I have had to take lunch, and then I came back and I had my coffee and I'm like, oh, this wonderful coffee from a cafe shop downstairs is like bloodlust for me. Now I'm gonna hit this boss in the face. That's fun. Guess what? That's my definition of fun, or what I felt like doing that day. But instead, no. There's gonna be a torment on my ass so that I just get flushed through the level and then I go. So, as I said on the thumbnail on this video, are they gonna mess this up? What do you think? Genuinely, what do you think? When I ask this question, I am expressing a concern to my people, to my friends. I see you as my friends and my supporters. I am a passionate, very much a supporter of World of Warcraft and Blizzard as creative force behind it. But this concerns me. This sticking with the age-old attitude of 1950s, where they thought that they know better for me, on my behalf, what's fun for me. So let's create an artificial force that is gonna flush you out, Gyro. First of all, stop lying to me. First of all, if you just want to time me, because for you, for your budgets, for your Excel spreadsheets, it's important that I use more of my time in the game. It shows better on your graphs to your stakeholders. Call it for what it is. Don't bullshit me. Don't just tell me that, oh, that's for your own good, Gyro. It's for your own good, my people, because we know it's not going to be fun for you to do it at your own pace, will it? So how about we flush you through the level? How about you go fast? Oh, yeah. No, it's not a timer, by the way. Don't worry about it. It's not a timer. But it's going to be more fun for you. How do you know if it's going to be a time more fun for me? I hope I'm coming across loud and clear. I feel like all I said was like one or two things, but there was a lot of words around it and a lot of emotion. I need to share this with you from time to time. This is not a fluffy channel that just dumps horrific vision runs on you every time and doesn't offer you any added value, any food for thought. And I would like to believe that I offer you that food for thought. I offer you an opportunity for that intelligent, mutually respectful dialogue, but something that hopefully will either make us as casual players navigate this game and content better, or it will hopefully reach the developers in some form of feedback. Maybe one of you is an alpha and I am not, right? And maybe you will help convey this feedback to them. So that is definitely something that I think is a positive thing. And I think that we should continue doing that in between of our hard push runs of fun things that we share here on this channel. If you're new here, if I didn't aggravate you with this run and with this conversation, and if you'd like to show your support, please join my growing club and my growing group of friends. I see you as friends who helped me grow this channel so far, and and just have fun, hopefully for yourself as well. You get something out of it as well in the process. So please subscribe if you haven't already. It's definitely not taken for granted and much appreciated. Talk to me in the comments down below. This is an interesting topic for me. I answer to every constructive comment. I take pride in this and I enjoy doing this. So please talk to me, and I'll talk to you in a couple of days' time. In the next video, we will pick some other awesome topic, or I will show you some other alt of mine that I'm pushing through Horrific Visions and other content of World of Warcraft. Thanks very much once again. I'll be talking to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.